I think we're on now, Ted. Have you hit the button, Ted? Goodness me. I feel like I've been on the road all day. Right, let's do it. Ted, you're right there, mate. Just chill out there. Thank you very much. Goodness me. Get the water. We've got everything. I thought I was never going to stream today. Right, goodness me. Right, I think we could. I think you can all appreciate the beautiful sound there of the Pratt & Whitney F-135 PW6. Oh, look at this. That'll do me. That'll do me. Beautiful. Well, it's a lot calmer weather here. A bit warmer here at Marham. Norfolk weather here, absolutely delicious. Like the Bahamas at the moment. And speaking of delicious, it looks like we've got two delicious F-35Bs that are taxiing, which again, that's very delicious. That seems to be the word of the day at the moment. That lovely tone. Wow, I got here on time, I think. I had no idea what was going on. But yeah, things change. Here we are. We're now at Marham. Here we go. Let's get on with it. There you go, movement. I've only just got here really. Managed to set up, well, managed to unpack. Actually, I managed to set up at Hull Beach, and when I set up at Hull Beach, it's not on the van. I have to load it into a trolley, walk for about 8 minutes, 2 journeys, unpack it, pack it, and then having to make the that decision to call it off. And that takes time to unpack it. You don't want to rush these things. Load it on and then drive carefully to the next destination. You know, and above all, while setting up, still had time to check in, make a call, let everyone know I'm here. I'm waving, that's why it's jolting about there now. Welcome to RAF Marham. Well, all it takes is just one vertical landing, you know, one pad landing. That'll be amazing. That'll do. You never know who's going to drop by as well. F-35As high and dry of Lake and Heath. Get some practice diversions, you never know. In fact, you just never know what you're going to get. Oh, that's minging, go away. Here we go. Good time, that was good. 2 departures, that'll do. And we just got to hope now for some vertical landings, that'll do as well. Welcome to the show, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. Hope we're all good. Well, it feels like I've been driving all day, but there we go. Actually, technically I have, but hey, no worries. How are we all doing? Hope we're all good. Yeah, they were doing looks like they were doing some maintenance at Hull Beach, and also they were doing the grass cutting along the bank where I am. So I don't know how that would have played out in the day. So I made the call. Sometimes it's best just to do it and not think, because what you'll find is that, you know, things like this, time does run out. See, if I'd waited an extra 10 minutes, I probably would have missed this. So, you know, but it was all done without haste, you know, just chill, just do it, unpack carefully. Here we go. We're here now, and we got to... Hello. Cute little sound, isn't it? Tiddly little things, aren't they? What are they? Does anyone know what they are by the sound? What are they, oyster catchers? They sound like little tiddly things as well. So these are the F-35Bs of RAF Marham. These are Stovall. That's short takeoff and vertical landing. That's right, because it ain't no bother to hover with these. Lots of differences that you can spot. I'll go and get my A model and B model so I can show you any differences. Right, let me, just give me 1 second, just got to get one more thing and I think I'm pretty sorted to go. Got my water, got all my bits and pieces. I'll go and get Teddy's here as well, so that's all good. Got the main star of the show. So we got a show going on, and I managed to, thanks to the spanner flight, get me the got all your super chats. Of course, you always get a shout out with the Ted Coningsby channel, and yeah, I've got my A model and B model here. I'll show you what to look out for. Really, once you know what to look out for, it's quite easy, very easy. In fact, I was looking out for the arrestor hook. There isn't one on the B variant, and it's very easy to spot once I show you these details. And the port, so basically you can tell from looking at it from the side, the front, the port side, and head on as well, and from the back, of course. There's quite a few distinctive features externally that you can see on the A and the B that are really, once I show you them, you know, don't think that they're obvious, because if you don't know what you're looking for, then to be honest, you wouldn't tell, and that's the thing. So welcome to the show. I'll just get our squadron leader Ted Coningsby. Now there'll be some differences that you may not know as well, which I will show you. Because there's some real discreet ones as well, and how to look out for them. Right, first of all, without further ado, squadron leader Ted Coningsby on the controls. Here he is. Ted, you right there, mate? Ted's all good. Flying his RAF ensign, and it's all good, and it's a lovely day, nice breeze. Do you know, I went to Holm Beach just because it was just a nice day, and I thought, do you know what, can we at least have one Holm Beach stream without that howling wind? But anyway, without further ado, let's have a little look. There are some, of course, what's the word I'm looking for, cosmetic and specification differences, actually quite a bit substantial, including payload, fuel. You know, it's remarkable. If I show you the and tell you the differences inside and out, and you know, if you're going to be sticking 1.2 tons just so that it can hover, then that's why. But I'm going to show you a few. I'm going to start because you may not know a few things to look out for, and if you remember now on our streams, now that I tell you what to look out for, it's something that you may have not noticed when the F-35B vertically goes into land, as in it's stationary, and starts to actually begin its landing. Look out for the weapons bay, have a look what it does, and I can tell you why it does that. It's quite remarkable as well, it really is. You know, even from down to the specifications of G's, all three main variants are, you know, they're all Mach 1.6 maximum speed. They do have a Pratt & Whitney engine, but they do differ quite a bit, quite a while. So let's have a little look. So let's have a look at just external features first of all. Let's have a little look to see what's going on, okay, because you may not know the differences if you were to look at them quickly, because we don't always see the top side of it, and that is if you're going to look out for the lift fan itself by Rolls-Royce. Again, not many people know it's Rolls-Royce's lift fan that's attached to the Pratt & Whitney F135, which makes it a PW600 variant. It's not the 100. So we're going to show you the A. This is our A variant, and here's our B variant. Okay, you know, they're not to scale, sadly, so I'll try and keep them like that for a little bit, but other than that, they will appear to be the same with a few differences. Okay, so let's have a little look what's going on here. Right, so if you were to look on, right, the first main thing I always recommend you to have a look at, it's the gun. I mean, there it is. This GAU 22A cannon. It's a 25mm 4-barrel cannon, and it's absolutely amazing. Muzzle velocity of 1085 meters per second. But if you look at the B, it doesn't have one. So that's your first thing you're going to look out for. I mean, look at the contour. Look at that. You are not going to miss that. Okay, so maybe something that you didn't spot straight away. Okay, so that's one thing. Right, the next thing I want you to look at is the front. Right, if you were to look at it head on, it looks like a bubble canopy. Now you may think, well, so does the B. If you have a look again, it looks like it's wearing its hoodie. You know when you put your hoodie over, well, it looks like it's wearing a hoodie. Can you see that? So almost like a bubble canopy. On this one, it's a lot thicker because of the lift fan itself in there. Okay, so have a look at that. Okay, that's some quick differences there. Can you see that? Hope you can notice that. The front looks extremely different down by the canopy. All right, hope you got that one. Okay, the other thing as well, you may not notice straight away, drogue and probe on the B and the C variant as well. The C is just, the C would actually engulf the A and the B together, but anyway, we'll leave that for now. Drogue and probe on the B variant. I know you're not going to be able to see the A variant from the top, but if you notice, the A variant is missing that completely. Okay, right, the other thing I want you to look at, when the F-35B was taxiing, the F-35As have an arrestor hook. You can tell by that distinctive feature. If you were to look at it from the back, you can also make it out. Look, can you see that? The arrestor hook, that's all this here. The B variant doesn't have, oh, that's inverted. Must be Maverick flying that one. The B variant doesn't have one. Also, the B variant optional does come with blue tack. But the B variant completely missing. So if I do that, you can see the bottoms. Look, I know it's quite rude to look at a bottom, but there you go. Look at that. You know, that dip down there, extra. So that's your other thing you're going to look out for as well. All right. I don't have a C variant to show you, but the C variant would have an extra 4 foot either side. Okay, so it's got folding wings. It's the only one to have wing flaps as well. It's got a larger wing area, so that's about 2.4 meters wider on wingspan. Okay, and that's to give it lift. Okay, for the catapult, steam powered catapult. The other thing as well, on the C variant, it has 2 wheels at the front instead of the one, so it's twin axle. Okay, what was the other? Oh yeah, and the C variant doesn't have the cannon. Okay, there's our cannon, and the C variant is drogue and probe air-to-air refueling. All right, but obviously all three of them do different things. Okay, so the A variant is what's classed as a CTOL variant, conventional takeoff and landing, just like an F-16 or a Typhoon or an F-15. The B variant is what's classed as a short takeoff and vertical landing. That's called STOVL. It's not VTOL, all right? It can do it. You know, they've tested it out, but they found because of the payload of 15. Okay, so we're going to start to talk about specs, and then we're going to talk to you about how it actually all works and how to get this thing hovering. Okay, because a lot of people think it's got thrust vectoring, yeah, but not in a traditional sense where you can use it when you're doing basic fighter maneuvers, because it does have restrictions. So the payload of 15,000 pounds, if you were going to fully load it and fully fuel it, just like the Harrier, when the Harrier was fully fueled and fully loaded, it did not do a vertical takeoff. Okay, it did not do a vertical takeoff, it did a short takeoff. Short takeoff is absolutely impressive. We're talking about an aircraft that can take off and operate from, let's say, the likes of the USS Mackinac Island, an assault ship, which is only, what, 256 meters long. That's ridiculous. It really is absolutely incredible. Okay, G's are different. Okay, so the B variant is 7G. All right, the A variant is a +9G airframe. I have spoken about the aircraft can go exceed that. Not that they want to do, it depends on the wind. I was talking about the Typhoon display. If you're doing a 9G turn and the wind pushes you in that direction to assist, you could exceed that, let's say 9.4G, which, ouch, that's going to be a little bit emotional there. But anyway, so again, it does have a lot of specs. Now, you've got to remember, you are taking out a lot of fuel, internal fuel tanks out of there, because that weighs 1.2 tons to have the lift fan in there. But we're going to have a little look about, you know, there has to be trade-offs. If you're going to put a lump of 1.2 tons of Rolls-Royce in there, you are going to, you are going to lose some of your range, okay, which naturally you are, but you do now have STOVL capabilities. So the A variant empty weighs 29,000, well, just over 29, I'll round it off, and the B variant at 32,000 pounds, hence the 1.2 tons additional. All right, okay, so that's what you're going to get. I mean, to put that into a perspective for statistics, just for you know, I mean, the wingspan are the same, all right, with that. The length is reported to be a little bit shorter, I believe, on the B variant by about 10 centimeters, which is really neither here or there. That's what I found. The wingspan are both the same at 35 feet. That's 10.7 meters on both the A and the B. Height, reportedly supposed to be about, about 3 centimeters. About 3 centimeters higher, the A variant, for whatever reason. But yeah, empty weight is quite considerable. So 13,300 kilos on the A, 14,729 on the B variant. Now, the internal fuel is considerable, all right, because you've lost about two tons of fuel. So basically, the A variant is about 18,250 pounds. That's 8,270 kilos. To put in that STOVL capability, you've now lost about, let's try to do the maths, about just short of 5,000 pounds of fuel. That is a lot, man. In fact, it's about 4,750 pounds of fuel. So that's 6,123 kilos on the B variant, whereas 8,278 on the A variant. And you're even going to lose some payload as well, weapons payload. 18,000 on both the A and the C, but you're going to lose 3,000 on the B variant. Like I said, range, it does get affected naturally. The A and the C are 1,200 nautical miles, where this is going to lose you 300. But again, it's a trade-off because you now have STOVL capabilities, which is absolutely ridiculous. All right. Out of the 3 variants fully fueled, this does have the better thrust to weight ratio at 0.9. I think the others are 0.87 on the A variant. Off the top of my head, I think the C variant, being so big, I think it's 0.75 or so. But again, when you start messing around with fuel, 50%, you then can go above 1, except for the C variant, okay? So the G limits on the C variant is 7.5. This one is 7, and then you got 9G on the A variant. All right, but as I said, it's the Rolls-Royce that put in the lift. I mean, just to give you an idea on the size, you're looking at, so the F-135PW engine stops about here. It's all this here, and then the rest of it, that's your Rolls-Royce. So it's massive. I mean, put that into perspective, the F-135PW100, you're looking at, the engine is, I'm just trying to think, 5.59 meters long. The PW600 is 9.37 meters long. That's massive. But it's, we're going to have a little look, because a lot of people ask me, how does this hover? I'm going to show you. But it is Rolls-Royce that put in the lift. Not many people know that. It is a product that's derived, a descendant of the Pegasus engine. It does comprise of some additional Rolls-Royce parts as well, which I'll show you, which connects, and it's powered by Pratt & Whitney's engine as well, which I'll again give you that. And it's literally, this makes it the most advanced stealth fighter in the world, because this variant can hover. There is not one All right, so it's unrivaled. It's the latest in digital technology, and it's precise and powerful. We've seen how precise it is, and an answer to, let's say, what the Harrier could have been. All right, we're now adding stealth, we're now adding loiter time, we're now adding a great combat range as well with it as well, just because I know the combat radius range is less on the B, but still you've got your loiter time, you can hover. So let's have a little look at what you've got here. So the first thing that's going to happen, of course, if this just stopped, it's just going to fall out the sky. All right, so what is going on here? How's it going to hover? And how many parts am I going to break off this today? Which would be quite funny. The first thing that opens up is the auxiliary air intake. All right, this is cool. I love this little model because it kind of shows you the shaft. That little pipe there, let's say, right? That's actually a shaft. There's the front, that huge turbo fan at 41,000 pounds of frost with afterburner on the PW600, okay? Now this shaft needs to power the lift fan. So this opens up the auxiliary air intake, and this opens up here as well underneath. This is the bottom of the lift fan, and then this is the lift hood, which opens up, which reveals Rolls-Royce's 50-inch diameter blisk system counter-rotating. What does that mean? There are two sets of discs and blisk. So the top bit is a blisk, hollow bladed system. So blisk is not like your blade and disc, it's one complete unit, which I will try and do my best to get hold of one. And then underneath, spinning the opposite direction, is a disc with discs attached to it. 50-inch diameter. It is literally like taking an engine and inverting it, basically, or without offending anyone, it's like having a helicopter in there. Okay, just saying. The thrust is being pushed down here. Now, you've got about 20,000 pounds of cold thrust, but what's powering it? Like I said, it's Pratt & Whitney's engine delivering, right? To give you an idea of power, 29,000 shaft horsepower to charge this up. That is amazing. And don't forget, you've got no more air going in here. It's all to do with in here, and you've got your auxiliary air intake as well, which I believe could probably try to take care of FOD, etc. The grills here move, which I'll show you in a moment. You've also got the roll post, so you can roll, but I'll talk to you about that in a moment. But this still can't hover just yet, because there is another trick up Rolls-Royce's sleeve. It's called a free BSM. This opens up a free BSM. What on earth does that mean? Well, it means the bearing swivel module, a 3 bearing swivel module. Why is it 3? Because it's made into 3 parts that rotate and configure so that it can do a number of things. 1, 45-degree angle for a short takeoff. It can even go to 95 degrees, and it can also swivel left to right, okay, for precision. So on windy days, it can cope with that for more perfection. All right, okay, so now that you know, so that's straight down. So now you've got 40,000 pounds of thrust in this mode going down, and then 20,000 pounds of thrust. This is brilliant. You can activate the Stovall mode at a maximum. This is why I said it's not a traditional thrust vectoring, at a maximum of around 250 miles per hour. Okay, so you've got, right, so for rolling left to right, you've got your Rolls-Royce roll posts here, which take in from the bypass air, goes in here, so that it allows you to roll your aircraft from left to right. How do you move forward and back? These slats here, these grills, these slats move at an angle, I think 5 degree and 40 degree for back and forth motion. There you go. Now, I said this to you quite recently. It was a question I've been meaning to ask. Why does, and you may not have noticed it, why does the weapons bay, why does the weapons bay open when it's coming down to land? And I asked someone that would know. Okay, it's not Google, it's not just some friend, you know, of a friend. It's someone that should know, put it that way. The weapons bay opens because, right, let's see what happens if it didn't. As it's coming down to land, you've all heard of ground effect. So you got all that force, 40,000, 20,000, that's just going to push back up, and that'll knock this out of control. And then you got that ground effect coming in as well. It's really going to unstabilize the aircraft. So the weapons bay opens to form some sort of dam or a cushion, so to speak, and it takes in all that turbulence, so to speak, that ground effect that's going on here, and that's it. That's all it does. So the weapons bay actually opens on vertical landing. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a good time. See ya. Any questions, let me know. Yes, the prototype did not have The prototype did not have that rounded smooth hood, but I'll talk to you about that in a moment. Don't think they're too far away. Okay, looks like they're quite local by the look of it, which is kind of cool, which means they haven't, well, you never know, they might go off and refuel and that'll be the end of it. But that's that there. Let me just pop that there. Hope that was all good. And again, you've got all that, and it is stealth. There you go. It's got stealth capability, but it is a multi-role. It doesn't have to go stealth, because the number one misconception, it really is, stealth does not mean invisible. Stealth means to go undetected for as long as possible, for it to be too late for the enemy. Bombers that are stealth, like the B2, play a very different role. They act differently. They're going in on a mission, and it is classified info. I can't exactly tell you how this works, but when they're going in, enemy radar gets enemy radar. What's the word I'm looking for? Radius gets shrunk, so it can allow like a tunnel to go through. So it's pretty cool, man. Right, might have to change battery, because obviously I had this on at Hull Beach already. I might need to change the mags. Afternoon, Wendy loves planes. So happy Monday to everyone. Welcome to our first show of the week. It was almost 2. It was almost 2. Right, just give me 1 sec. I'm just going to swap the mags over already. Did it? Yeah, just 1 sec. I'm just gonna charge the mags up a bit. We have just come back from Hull Beach, and yeah, these things happen, you know, isn't it? Welcome to the show, and if you just joined us, don't forget to hit the like button as well. Let's do your checklist there, and you've been cleared to vertically land on the like button. Right, that should sort us out for the day. Well, welcome to the show. Dieter, Alan Bird and Margot Baxter, Captain A, Alex Blackcat, Chris Bloxham. How's it going? Hope we're all good. Davey, Hank Vichule, thanks for joining us once more. Battle Purple, thank you. Darren WS111, Luke W. Okay, Luke W, what's your favourite air show? All of them. I love them all. Welcome to RAF Marham, ladies, gents and teddy bears. Hope we're all good. There are 3 squadrons here at Marham that operate the F-35B. First of all, the first to bring is number 617 Squadron, ladies, gents and teddy bears. 617 bringing the first F-35Bs in 2018 with 617 Squadron. And following that, and 617, of course, don't need much of a introduction, right? The 617 Dambusters Squadron were formed, first of all, as a secret squadron to perform a particular task. Chosen to have Wing Commander Guy Gibson as the commander and leader of the Dambusters raid. And he did just that. Next squadron is 207 Squadron, which is the operational conversion unit. They are the operational conversion unit for both the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy. So from RAF Valley, both Navy and Air Force pilots, once passing their fast jet training, if they're streamed to the F-35B, they will come here and train and qualify, hopefully, with the F-35B. And we also have 809 Naval Air Squadron, who stood up again, the Immortals as they're called. They stood up in 2023 of December. They even performed their first ever sortie a month later in the new year of 2024 in January. There is another F-35B Squadron, and that's Royal Air Force. It's number 17 Squadron, but they operate out of Edwards Air Force Base in America. They are the Test and Evaluation Squadron, so just like 41 TES, Test and Evaluation Squadron there now. Hope we're all good, ladies and teddy bears. And, well, wasn't to be a late start. It was supposed to be a start early somewhere else, but there we go, these things happen. Hope we're all good, so we need a bit of catching up to do. So, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button. do subscribe to your one and only Ted Coningsby channel. And hopefully we'll get to see some vertical landings as well. Oi oi to you, man. How you doing, Davey? Hope you're good. Christopher Carr, congratulations on your 3 years. Keep up the hard work, Nikos. Love the TCS family. Love you back. Remco DeVray, Aspen, what up? How we doing? Hope we're good. Marham's airfield. I started life as a Royal Flying Corps station in all the way back in 1916. Royal Flying Corps, you know how it is. Yeah, man. No, I love that, Chris. That's very good, isn't it? That'll be a nice wallpaper for the house, Chris. That. Quite like that. Yeah, that's good. Ali Leyland, oi oi. Luke, how do I plan with the weather? I plan it with the weather. I follow the rain because that's what I normally do, and the wind. So, you know, if you're in need of rain, just go where I am. So I couldn't go a day without. I'm even going to attempt tomorrow. See, the plan wasn't that I had this week something completely different this week, but you know, you know, you got to remember that, you know, packing takes a lot of time, and then driving, you know, through traffic jams and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's not always easy. Sometimes I just want to get home, push a button, and get there. It's not like aircraft that are here. What is it? 7 miles a minute. Wow, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Imagine that, 7 miles a minute. Yeah, look at it. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Imagine doing that, 7 miles a minute. But hey, that's the way it is. So I went to Hull Beach. That took an hour. I came here. That took just under an hour. And then obviously I've got to get back from here now. Normally, you know, it's I do plan everything in some ways, but of course always ready to have a backup, which is why sometimes just, you know, do it. Yeah, I remember -7. You know, I don't mind -7. I don't mind -4. It's the wind that goes with it. The wind can completely destroy it. It's the wind that hurts. That's for me, that's the most painful. LEJ Approach, how you doing? Hope you're good. Right, I think I've got these. Okay, let me have a look at these. I think these are from the Hull Beach stream that didn't happen. So I'll just get Squadron Leader Ted Coningsby to give you a little shout out as well. How you doing? Hope you're all good and well. There's Teddy. So from the Hull Beach stream, I believe we had Anne Cox, who was celebrating 2 years of membership. Wow, 24 months. It's been a fabulous 2 years of Ted Coningsby, and with you all here with a heart. I loved every minute of it. Thank you, Nikos and Ted and Claire. Oi oi, thank you very much. Guards march to you. Also, I believe we had Bobby as well with the super. A guards march to you. And Anne Cox with a super chat as well. Thank you, Nikos and Ted, for a great 24 months. No, thank you as well. And it's been, like I said, it's always a pleasure to have you all on here with us. You know it is. You're always in for a good ride. Maybe they don't. What do they? I don't know when this car's just pulled up. Let's just go over here. They know I'm here anyway, so because I you know, always phone. Hang on a minute. Let me just sort the subsidence out. I haven't leveled off the stream. Maybe they just don't know. Maybe they got a little job to do. Don't know. Who knows? Right. Cool. But you know how we do things here. Right, where are we now? Okay, and this is from today's stream. We're all catching up here. So Andrew Wright, who's a member for 39 months, a Guards March to you, TCS Posh Officers. Bobby, thank you very much for your 8 months. Thanks for creating this wonderful community. Nick, I'll see you again soon. Thank you. See you again. I'll just turn the camera around because they're coming over. But you know, Justin Edwards, member for 30 months, Guards March. Thank you very much. Justin Edwards have been part of our fighter squadron as well. Gary Mathers, also part of our fighter squadron. A Guards March to you. Thank you very much. He's put oi oi and good afternoon everyone in the TCS. It's a glorious day here in Scotland. And looking forward to today's stream. Well, here we go. You nearly had 2 streams today. Stuart G, how you doing? Stuart G, hope you're good. 14 months membership. Thanks Nicholas and Ted for all the great streams. Thank you very much. Mark Barr, member for 8 months. Guards March. And Cox, thank you very much. Nikos for a cup of tea. I'll tell you what, I've had lots of water. Been having lots of water today actually. I've had some tea at Holbeach in the morning, that was nice. But thank you, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea. Darren Hobson, thanks a lot for your 33 months membership. And who's put a brilliant channel, very friendly and good info. Margot, thanks a lot for the super. Dawn Hobson, thank you very much for your 33 months. Oi oi, have a super TED day everyone. You too, I like that, a super TED day. Christopher Carr, congratulations, 3 years membership. Amazing, look at your badge, because when you change, when you have a milestone and when you reach certain years, your badge will change, like a loyalty badge they call it. Keep up the hard work, Nikos. Love the TCS family. Thanks a lot to Christopher Carr. Ellie J Approach, who's part of our spanner flight, celebrating 34 months. Who's put hello. 34 months are not nearly enough. Oh yeah, guns up and a shout out to all the Teddians out there. Gaz Wilkes, member for 12 months. Thanks a lot. Congratulations on your 1 year milestone. Oh. Down. Oh, there we go. All right. How we doing, ladies, sheds and teddy bears? Hope we're all good and well. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel with a little change of location. We're now at Marham. We were at Holbeach. Let me just move that over a little bit there now. There we go. How we doing? Just move this on and step on it and land on it and do whatever on it. But goodness me, how we doing? Hope we're all good, man. Welcome to your one and only Ted Coningsby channel. And yeah, I was supposed to give you, because I am returning to Holbeach this week, and the plan was, I saw the weather on the day I'm supposed to be going later on in the week, and it's windy, and I was like, oh, but Monday was good, and I was like, should we just chance it on Monday? Should we just see what happens on Monday? There was no wind, really. There was, I mean, yeah, there was a breeze. I wouldn't call that wind. Breeze is different. And I was like, shall we just at least have one whole beach stream without that howling wind in the background? You get the weather and you get no aircraft. It's the way it is, unfortunately. So a lot of people do ask me, how do I plan it? It's literally on the weather. It literally is. And you know, you can't make that up. But yeah, there was a bit of grass cutting going on. I was like, oh no. Well, for those that are members, had a members only video today, and I think you saw the grass cutting sign that was there, and it looked so, you know, it's a bit of satire, a bit of satiristic. Where you see all these signs, and you know, you would have seen videos in your time where people complain. You know, I used to get this in the supermarket. Oh, there are no signs. There is a sign, you know, and there used to be people that used to come in. I used to work in a supermarket, and we had a bakery there. People used to come in and just help themselves and start eating, and they would argue and say that there's no signs. I mean, we had to make signs for that. Please pay for your food. Yeah, and then I used to have this other situation, right? The amount of shoplifters I caught in my time I might as well have been the security guard there. 17 years in retail. And actually a bit of a touchy subject, really, because we won't go into detail because that'll upset some people, but no, I'm sorry, but actually, do you know what? I will say it. I'm all for stopping shoplifters. You know, don't let them get away with it. We have to pay for it in the end. No. That person, and I'm glad the other supermarket gave him a job. And I've heard about this, and it really, really annoyed me. It's like, hey, you can't. No, just the world's just gone absolutely health and safety tightrope. Oh my God, I can't probably say God. I'd probably get arrested for saying that. But anyway, I'm not going to turn into that really cool lady. Was it Hopkins? She's great. Anyway, but yeah, so we had to put a sign for that, and then someone was stealing grapes. Can you believe? Or was it nuts as well? Cashew nuts. That was a good one. And obviously, nuts and grapes are weighed, and well, they used to come to my till and I used to charge them. I used to get a little bag of grapes and I used to put it on the scales. I said, that's for the ones you've eaten. They said, how do you know how many I ate? I said, I'll tell you what. Next time you come in the store, I'll weigh you before and after, and then we'll work out the difference. So then we had to have a sign next to the grapes, and then I was like losing my mind. The world has gone mental. It really has. It really just shocked it bugged the hell out of me. It really did. And it got to a point where you've just got to, you know what, I always say stay in the green, and I know it's hard out there, and you've just got to, do you know what, I've stopped arguing. Yeah, whatever, just walk away. What are you gonna achieve? You know, you're driving along, someone cuts you up, just leave it. What are you gonna achieve? Nothing. Probably in a worse place. Just leave it. I know it's easy. I know, you know, just leave. I've had enough of it. Just like, yeah, just go on. Just cut me up. It's fine. Just get on with your life. Just, you know, when I was doing martial arts, I remember, this is a long time ago, don't do it anymore. I remember one of the first lessons my sensei taught me was literally master the art. And it's really good. It always stuck with me. Master the art of being quicker than a punch. And I was like, what? I've got to be quicker than a punch? He said, no, just don't be there. Like literally, as in saying, don't be in that situation. It was really, you know, there was a lot of mental quotes that really helped in life. And you know, it's very easy. There's so much stuff going on. It's you know, it's nice to just switch off and just film some planes, you know, go to Hull Beach and just watch the world go by. You know, there's enough going on. But goodness me, what? Yeah, yeah. So anyway, long story short, so I saw these signs and it just reminded me of my time at Lidl when I had to put a sign here for that and a sign here for this and a sign here for that, and in the end it was just one big sign, like a huge sign. But there we go. There we go. What up? How we doing? There we go. Right, back to Marham, back to this. So I hope we're all good and well, ladies, gentlemen, bears. Oh my word. What's going on out there? People getting doing some training in the range. Hope we're all good. Right, just gonna go and pop this over. I'm just gonna go and get a water. There's a lot going on over here. Look, doing some maintenance over there on that runway there, I guess. Oh, you know, you're doing happy birthday to your king out there. Oh, looks like Bolt might be coming back. I think it's Bolt. Hope we're all good, ladies and steady bears. Welcome to the show. I think we've got Bolt on recovery. I don't know where. I say that because I think I heard Norwich on the line. So let's have a look. Dee 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 dee. Yeah, we could get some practice diversions today as well, don't forget that. Yeah, I reckon well, we've had 2 movements already, which is kind of cool, and don't forget they're local, they're not far away. They're not far away, they're near the Aviation Museum actually. If you know where that is, the Norwich, not the Norfolk and Suffolk, the other one. The one where I thought I was going to ended up at Norfolk and Suffolk. But there you go. They're around sort of there. So they're not far. Wiggles Way, how you doing, Igan? Hope we're all good and well. How you doing? All right, yeah? Yeah, good, man. What's going on? Let me just...
How you doing, pal?
Yeah, how's it going? All right?
Oh, living the dream, mate. Living the dream.
Well, that's good.
I just thought we'd come and say hello.
Nice one, man.
I watch all your bloody YouTube videos, I do.
Oh, I've just got
Oh, are you?
They're coming back now, so
Are they?
how you
Yeah.
doing? All right?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm
You
Ash,
okay?
mate. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Ash, mate.
Yeah, good to meet you. You guys all right?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
We're the ones what deal with all the grounds around here, mate.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
all
well,
the grounds maintenance.
Keep up the good work.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks for what you do as well. Private contractor.
Yes, we are, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah. I run the show here. To be
Do
fair.
ya?
Yeah.
What do you do? All the maintenance and stuff.
Every bit of grass you see, mate.
Ah, right. It's just you guys beeping. I'm like, oh.
That's it. That's us, mate.
Love it.
A lot of the boys support your channel, you
Oh,
see.
yeah, no, they do. Bless and.
Yeah, so it's nice to see.
Yeah, no, good to meet you both. Really good.
Mate, and
Nice
you.
to meet you too.
Yeah, man, nice one.
What are you trying to catch today anyway? Just the F-35s or?
Yeah. I was at Hull Beach, but it looked like nothing was happening because they
Right, what's
looked
that
like they were doing
bomber
some
range
main.
there?
Yeah, so and I've just thought got out for a show, but it looks like 2 are coming back. So
I'll leave
hopefully.
it with you then. I hope you get some good shots.
Yeah, thank you. Good to meet you both. Yeah.
Look out,
Take
sir.
Nice one, lads. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so we've got 2 F-35s just coming back now. Nice bit of support from the lads there. See ya! Take care. Bless them. Right, 2 on recovery. Here we go. So not long to wait. That was kind of cool. Don't know about the next movements though. Might have to wait a little bit. But hey, we got plenty to talk about. You know how it is. Oh God, what was that? Oh. And we do. I mean, as you know, the Ted Coningsby channel majorly support the Royal Air Force. That's what we do, and of course our allies and friends of the United States Air Force. Here we go. Circuit clear. Now, just in case those that are concerned we're not getting shot at, there is a range. Oh, low brake as well. Let's have it. Low brake approved. Here we go. we going to get? The gold dusted salmon. That is incredible. Lovely. Oh. I wonder if they're looking for that person. Are you looking for the driver? Yeah. He ran down there.
Did he?
Yes. Sorry, are you actually genuinely looking for that person?
Yeah.
Oh, he ran down there.
He ran down that way?
Yeah, towards the... Yeah, that way.
Okay.
Is that... There was a blue car parked there for a while.
It's that one?
No, there was another one. It was a blue car sat there.
Oh.
I think it's that one.
That one over there?
Yeah, and they... You see, I thought it was fine because they waved to each other.
Right.
It's a bit odd.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is some sort of exercise, so I don't...
That's alright. Okay. Did you get a description of him or anything?
on my live stream.
Oh, brilliant!
So, but the thing is, obviously, I don't get people in. No, you're not in there, don't worry.
Oh,
You're
okay.
not on there. I'm not on all the
No, that's okay.
I don't put people's faces on. I
right,
steer for
nice.
the planes. But
Yeah.
I thought, is this the way he just walked casually along here and ran down there? Have you got a description?
Yeah, we've got one, but
Okay, that's fine.
I was just wondering if you've got
Wave
any
to that
better.
car. Which I thought, okay, that seems to
This
be
is
okay.
it.
So, who waved? So,
I swear he waved at the blue car over there.
the
And
car
then-
that's there?
Yeah, there was one parked over there.
Right, okay. And there was a guy just running along here.
It looked like the same car. Blue, sorry. 'cause
Yeah, that is blue,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was parked over there. And it's just the way he waved and then it moved at the same time, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Oh, okay, no worries.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if I'd known, I thought it was so, because they waved at someone here, I
Yeah.
thought, oh, it's okay.
Oh, okay, no
I'm,
worries.
oh, damn.
Thanks for
I
your
saw the
help
phone
anyway.
go away. Okay, no worries. No worries. Yeah, so towards the fuel that way. I feel really bad because see this car here, it's been dumped. I thought that was a bit peculiar. Okay, so there's someone's on the run here. Someone's genuinely on the run here. I thought it was an exercise, but generally, no. Interesting. Anyway, it could still be an exercise and they wouldn't tell me, but yeah, I've got my eyes peeled here, so there we go. A bit of drama here for you. I thought it was a bit odd. I was like, why is he parked there? is going on? I've had the most bizarre day today. No, while all this is going on, it's all exciting. I'll just let them get on with it. So this could get a bit exciting round here. So I'll just turn the camera around over. How we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? Hope we're all good. What is going? Today's has been the most unusual day. I tell you that. Unbelievable. But yeah, I don't know what to say really. It's all happening here. I've had this before where they've used, like, obviously their own RAF regiment. They were doing some exercise here as well. So it's it's just most bizarre. We're just here for the planes, you know what I mean? But there we go. It's yeah. I'm a bit conscious about any info, but I don't know what's going on. Don't know if they're hot pitting over there and restarting, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on. It's just one of those days. It's quite fun. Hull Beach, that didn't go ahead, but there we go. I hope we're all good, ladies, gents, teddy bears. Hope we're all well. Welcome to the show. Live is indeed live, but again, no bases, no faces, no places. That's what we've always done here. But again, I guess for procedure, they would probably need to check the car, and obviously, yeah. I'm just hoping it's an exercise, if you know what I mean. Otherwise, I may be moving. So it looks like they've shut the F-35s down. So we're going to have to wait for some more things to happen. Let's have a look. I would have thought they would check that car, but yeah, it was nice so I can assist in this exercise. still getting oi from people just driving past. So, but there we go. This is just so funny when you're when you've got a situation like this, and just it's just brilliant. In the meantime, you can check out our online store, www.tedconingsby.co.uk for your online store retail therapy and enjoy. But oh my word, this is the most unusual thing I've come across. The whole thing was weird. You may have seen it if you go back on the stream. You may have seen the car pull up here. They've got a description of the person. I don't know. I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, it's just an exercise, and you know, just don't know what's going to happen here. It's going to be. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. But there's all sorts going on here at the minute. But yeah, we'll just yeah. How we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? We're all good and well. In the meantime, let's have a look what we got in the hangars. See if we got any anything else going on. Yeah. In the end, ladies, gents, teddy bears, we're here for planes. Just let them do their job, and that is the best thing that anyone can say. Just let them do their job. If you can assist. You know, at the end of the day, if you spot anything, the guide seemed quite happy.
Couple 4-3, both cables D, Ricky is ready with Marham.
Well, tell you what, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea.
Couple 43, turn left heading 050. Left turn 050, couple 43. Descent to altitude 1,706 on the 746. Descent altitude 1,706.
Just having a quick cup of tea.
Number 433, we fixed going down 632.15 in a change instead of 5.
Cool military dogs. Oh, what? This is pretty cool, man.
43, turn right heading 210 degrees.
Just for those. So it looks like we got a RAF Phantom, a 45 Squadron.
Yeah, I'll give you a signal as to what's happening.
Can you come back to where we are?
That was a lovely cup of tea, Jackie. So we've got an Embraer Phenom, a T1 from 45 Squadron, based at RAF Cranwell on a practice diversion. Here we go. So, Embraer Phenom from RAF Cranwell, that for military pilot of the Royal Air Force. Will be streamed to multi-engine. It's a multi-engine pilot for MEPT, multi-engine pilot training and mission aircrew training, and it's operated by 45 Squadron at RAF College Cranwell. It did replace the King Air B200 in 2017-18, and what it does, it prepares the pilots for their next stage, which would be multi-engine, and that'll be the likes of the A400, and they'll be then on to 24 Squadron. Again, that's an operational conversion unit at RAF Bryce Norton. Just make its way over. taking Eve in the skies. What's happened to the weather? The weather has just completely changed. Yeah, this is a Royal Air Force aircraft used for training, and it's based at RAF College Cranwell. It is an Embraer Phenom T1. It's for MEPT, which is multi-engine pilot training, operated by number 45 Squadron. And what this will do, this will give them a kind of like this will basically get them tuned and accustomed and to the same sort of configuration as an A400. It is similar suited to A400, the configuration. Get them attuned, get them used to having the various cockpit settings. And it's already past me. It's turned into a bit of a hawk already. After this, they'll be on to 24 Squadron, which is a operational conversion unit at RAF Bryce Norton. So they'll go on to the A400, the C-17. So just like the Hawk T2, that's for fast jet, multi-engine. This, and then of course Shawbury. That's where you'll go, and then on to an OCU. RAF Benson for Chinooks, or of course you've got the Wildcats, Merlins, etc. Got Army, Air Corps and Royal Navy, and then finally you've got the RPAS system, which is the remote piloted air system. It's a little bit on the colder side. So for those interested in a Royal Air Force pilot career, if it's an A400 or a C-17, that'll be the aircraft that you'll be training on at Cranwell. Tree just snapped off. Well, the weather has totally deteriorated now. Oh dear, it's not very nice. These are called practice diversions. They can come in a form of low approaches, touch and goes, missed approaches as well. Touch and goes are great for pilots to get lots of takeoff and landing experience as well, and especially at a non-familiar aerodrome, a non-familiar runway, somewhere different for them to train on. Of course, they won't always be operating from the same station forever. Also low approaches and touch and goes can get used to thinking in that criteria of scenarios where emergency procedures need to be actioned. God, that weather has just got really, really bad. So there we go. That's the way it is for me, isn't it? Oh, hey. Told you the weather just seems to follow me. Just move that down a little bit. Low approaches are used a lot in military as well, and especially if you're going to be going onto a heavy. The weather has completely changed and deteriorated. Let's hope we can avoid the rain.
Stand call for.
How we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? Hope we're all good. Hopefully we get some more F-35 movement, but for me, more importantly, I hope it doesn't completely pour it down with rain. It doesn't look that great tomorrow, so I'm really gonna just have a look at my planning for tomorrow and the next day. Wednesday looks good though. Wednesday does look good, although windy, so I'm not really sure. So I'll have a little think about it on the drive home, but still got just about an hour and a half to go before we finish up for the day. Is that what I think it is? It looks like, do you know what? It looks like, yeah, I thought so. The wind had changed completely. It looks like we've got runway 05 in use now. I reckon that's what's happened. So ATIS will update, no doubt. So the runway caravan positioned close to the threshold, a direct communication, quite a dangerous job as well. They are right by the touchdown. Obviously, of course, not on the runway, but you know, bravery is required for a runway caravan. Direct communication, you know, a visual as well for being proactive should there be a sudden potential bird strike or anything like that. We've seen it on several times. They can fire a flare. It gives communication to from ground communications to an air traffic controller as well, so pretty much direct contact. So we may escape the rain before we finish up. We're going to finish around about 1600 local, so just to give you an idea. So potentially about 90 more minutes to go. Thanks a lot everyone who's subscribed today. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, some showers across the UK tomorrow, and that's gonna goodness me, it's not exactly, I'm not used to it. Let's have a look at the wind as well. Is that gonna cause a bit of an issue? It's not too bad, so I'll see what me and Ted are gonna get up to tomorrow. I'll do my best to do something. So there's our runway caravan set up in runway 05 position. Let's see if we get any more departures until we finish up. Hope you're all good. Lynx Rainbird, welcome back. Hope you're good. Happy recovery. Margot, Aspen, Alan, Claire Bear, Doctor, Daniel Roberts, Graham McRobert. How you doing? Hope you're all good. Argan, how's it going as well? Hope you're all good and well. And Gary Lockton, Nikos, aren't there limited numbers on the new TCS t-shirt lest we forget? No, as far as I know, no, just keep going. I'll see how well they do. Obviously, if they don't sell, then we don't do them. As simple as that. So it's up to you, really. You just keep ordering them as many as you want. And Deister, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Spanner Flight, how we all doing? Hope we're all good. Welcome to the show. Like with most military establishments, there is a weapons range, there is a rifle range. So that's normal. Lakenheath has one. Coningsby has like a 25 metre range. It's Bryce Norton has one. They've all got one pretty much. I think Wittering has one. I think nearly every establishment that I can think of, just in case there isn't one. Perez, Batman, Bush, how you doing? Hope you're good. Aspen, what up? Davey, what up? Oh yeah, excellent. Ordering. Cool. I think. Come on. Right, I think we've got a start-up coming up. I think we've got 2 start-ups coming up. Right, let's have a little nose over here. Alright, might have another cup of tea and we'll see how we get on, and then we'll just talk a little bit of Marham, bit of Marham history, a bit about the aircraft. It sounds like we've got a start-up coming up, hopefully. My tea. This isn't good. This is a disaster. I've lost my tea. How do you lose your tea? It's not like a set of keys, is it? What is going on? What's going on here? Ladies, gents and teddy bears, I've lost my cup of tea. Hang on a minute. What's this? Who's this now? Right, how we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? Hope we're all good. I think everything it's all good here now. I found my tea, by the way, for those concerned. Thank you very much. I think I'm going to Middle Wallop in October, actually, as part of our trip to Dorset. We're on got a little Dorset trip. I think I told you, didn't I? We're going to the Tyneham village as well during our adventures out there. So if there's any form of signal, I'll get you a little live stream to show you Tyneham village. For those that don't know, Tyneham village, it's actually used. Actually, let me go back to the history. Tyneham village, in 1943, the armed forces, the British Armed Forces, required it for the British Army to be used. They needed it to train the army, and needed the village. And so I guess they evacuated them. It was on a temporary basis, of course. We are into the thick of the Second World War then. There's our startup. And after the war, the village has never returned. So today it's used as a range, a Ministry of Defence range for the army, etc. I would have thought commandos, SAS, whichever, but it's an armed forces, British Armed Forces, a Ministry of Defence weapons range for all sorts of tactics on the ground there now. So, but it is open to the public on weekends, and I repeat, most weekends. There are about, I don't know, a handful on weekends that they require it. You have to go on the government website, just click it and it will tell you the weekends. Luckily, it's not the weekend that we're away, so I've got that. We've also got Middle Wallop Museum as well to visit, and on the way back I've got a Lost Airfields to do as well. I forgot the name. It's something like Tarrant, and it's a double barrel name, and I forgot. Something Tarrant. Oh, totally forgot what it was. But yeah, that's where I am going. Tarrant. Is it Tarrant Rushden? Yeah, Tarrant Rushden. That's the one. Yeah, Tarrant Rushden. So we do have 2 F-35Bs on startup. Oh yeah, I think it's 2. Yes, that's what we call flashy, which is a good indication of aircraft movement. Now I've got to remember they are using runway 05. The weather has just got shocking. To be honest, I'm glad I'm not at Hull Beach. This wouldn't be good at Hull Beach. It'd be emotional. And the wind's completely turned round. Really weird. Just completely gone from west to east now, which warrants a runway change, of course. Yeah, we do have, oh hello, we do have new t-shirts out as well, new hoodies. Don't forget to hit the like button. Need a bit of catching up to do today. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get our 1,000 likes, but we'll do our best. That's what we'll do. Share the stream if you can. Share it to your friends, family, socials. Go for it. Let's get this stream out there. Not many people have seen F-35s hover like that. It is a remarkable and just a mesmerizing skill and attribute. And it does require, yes, they are so advanced, but they do require the human element as well. A pilot can overshoot the landing pad, and if they do that, it actually uses more fuel to try to correct it. They're better off just doing a go around, and they're better off just going round. You know, they flashed it, don't worry, just go back round. It actually uses less fuel to do that, so that's why it's recommended to do that. But it does require the pilot to get that right. So although people just say, yeah, it's all, you know, all automatic, not quite. The pilot still needs to line up and get it right and not overshoot the pad. There are 3 landing pads here at Marham, 67 by 67 meters. They are square, not round like I thought. And there is a landing zone at 30.5 by 30.5. Why the 0.5? I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, thanks a lot to Jacques Rails and Runways. Thanks a lot, Jacques, for gifting 5 Ted Coningsby memberships. That's very kind of you. And yes, don't panic, everyone. Alex as well. I have found my tea. I've got it. And at the back of purple, Lynx Rainbird. Yes, I've got the tea. I found it. It was I've put it in a different position and I've still done it. So I'm probably going to forget due to my age. I'm probably going to forget again. But there we go. Not long now for more departures, and of course Marham played a critical role during the Second World War. Aircraft flown during the Second World War. We'll start off with the beautiful Vickers Wellington, the RAF's first ever 4-engine monoplane heavy bomber. That's right, it wasn't the Lancaster or the Halifax, it was this. That's right, in the summer of 1947, Squadron at RAF Leeming, I believe. Number 7, who today fly the Chinook. But, they were the first to operate the short Sterling bomber. And then this beaut in 43. Oh yes, the Havilland Mosquito, one of the world's first ever multi-role aircraft fighter bomber. Reconnaissance, it was a GR, everything. It pretty much, actually an FGR, that's what I would put this at. It'll be a modern day FGR. How cool is that, eh? One of the things that you'll find striking, and a big shout out to them actually, is indeed the Marham Aviation Heritage Centre. And you'll be stunned at how many aircraft were lost here during the Second World War. Crew with it as well, that doesn't go without saying. It's lovely to put the poppies on there. Well done everyone, I like that. It's very nice. Very good. I might have to put my hoodie on, I'm freezing up here. Oh, it was so not, I tell you what, it was nice to be at Hull Beach for about, I was there quite early. And then with all the maintenance going on, I was thinking, never mind. Give it a shot, that's all you can do. Luke, no, because I go to Hull Beach for the Chinooks. I go there so we can see them land, and they can do a number of hours there. They can go and come back. So we just and there isn't really anywhere decent to spot at Odium. So I've left it at that. So I just use just go to Hull Beach for the Chinooks. You can have a whole day of Chinooks at Hull Beach. Plus you get to see them in the wild doing their thing. It's pretty good. No offense, but there isn't really a viewing location like this, at least, and there isn't an official viewing area either. So and not only that, to top it off, it's about 3.5 hour drive just to top that off. It's quite far from where I am. And of course Ted gets to go in one as well. So yeah, and I'm not being funny, but I am extremely close. You could even go up to the helipad, and they can even pick up Ted and go on a night firing sortie with them as well. Exactly, absolutely. How you doing, Katie Weber? Jack, rails and runways, how you doing? Hope you're good. Same again with Hull Beach. You can get Apaches there, you can get all the helicopters there, and we get to see them in the wild and everything else that goes with it, which is why I like Hull Beach. You get a nice mix when they come. Margot, absolutely. Yeah, Ted was in the display at Riyadh as well last year, wasn't he? In the well, it wasn't a display, was it? The roll demo, but it was a good roll demo. Ted was on the quad bike, sat on there, I believe, during the display. Knowing Odium, they probably had him strapped on there when he was towed down there. Yeah, the wind certainly picked up as well. Right, we got flashy going on here now. Yeah, it did absolutely pour it down with rain, didn't it? Absolutely poured it during that roll demo. Yeah, you're right. Must have got his fur wet. Ted's woken up. Ted. Jakey H2000, hope you feel good. Yeah, that was bed Ted. He's always he's usually having a little kip, usually sleeping. But well, the weather has just got a bit better now. I think whatever it was is just cleared. Oh yeah, that was Ted's cousin, all right. There are many bears here, absolutely. Gary Inge, Luke, Alex, Raven, Alex Black Cat, Christopher, Neil, how you doing? You got in Cornwall, Dreckley, how you doing? Vin, Butch. Dear Jakey H2000, hope you get better soon. Doesn't have to put anyone off that, innit? Yeah, so that's the sound of the Pratt & Whitney F135 PW600 that you can hear in the background. Ooh, could I tell between a 600 and a 100? Ooh, I'll have to hear them together. I wonder if there is. There must be. There must be a difference. There's got to be. But predominantly they sound the same at first. They sound, you know, it's still got the same F135 pitch to it. It's probably the right word. Sounds like we've got Tom Cruise just riding nearby. David Smart, yeah, so it's one of my little geeky little fun facts. The Royal Air Force do not call it the Lightning II because this is indeed the RAF's third ever Lightning. Absolutely, because they did order in 1940. They did order P-38 Lightnings. They received about 3. It was a very small portion, under a handful. I think it was about 3 they received first of all in 1941. They didn't like it. It didn't have the supercharger in the booms. It was very underpowered, but the Royal Air Force did what did they want? They wanted the propellers to spin the same way. Naturally, the P-38 Lightning had contra-turning propellers, and they just weren't happy with this. But anyway, long story short, that was the first. And then the second was the English Electric Lightning in the 60s, and then this in 2018. So this is the third Lightning, and yes, the Royal Air Force did have P-38 Lightnings. They did indeed. If I remember correctly, Alpha Echo 979. There could have been 978 and 977 or something like that. They went up in order, the first 3. I can't remember exactly. Was it I think there was one that was AF 106 or something like that, but definitely AE 979, and I think there was an AE 978. But there was AF 106 as well to go with that. But I remember one of them having, or 2 of them, were very close in serial numbers. There you go, little fun fact for you. Okay. Yeah, no, Ted's not flown in an F-35B, no, he's not flown in an F-35B. He's flown in an F-35, in fact he's flown in 2 F-35As. Imagine that, Ted hovering in stovall mode. That would be pretty good, wouldn't it? So 2 more then for the show, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's all good. Did sound like there was 2 on startup. Look at these little tiddly things crossing here. Where are they gone? They could have.
How you looking? All set?
Oh, very good, Perry. Very good. I like that one. That's a very good fun fact from. That's very good, Perry. I like that fun fact. It's good. It's good. So the first English electric Lightning F1 serial started at XM134, and so the first F-35B Lightning was ZM135. I likes this. Very good. Very good, very good. Boots 99 UK, how you doing? I think we got movement. Yep. Just noticed another one over there. Didn't notice that one there. Hello. There's our F-35B. There's one of them there. Look at it. Yeah. Look at it. Here we go. Taxiing now for departure. Hopefully we get 2 more vertical landings. We've had 2 today. 2 out, 2 in. Vertical. Nice. That's what you want. Ain't no bother to hover. And don't forget you can get yourself a Ain't No Bother to Hover t-shirt. We've got a nice range of t-shirts. We've got more coming soon. More t-shirts. Actually, and some coming back. We had a bit of a supplier-ish, but there are others that have saved the day, so don't worry, they're coming back. You know it is.
Runway touchdown flight of 150, got 3651 and 52, understood 4. Flight 150, code 365, 1365, between side 4 and M12. Two.
Right, so 2 are taxiing out. There's trouble there. There we go. I don't normally say trouble for the F-35B. That's, you know. Oh, nice one. Thanks a lot, Darren Endersby. Thank you very much. And if you'd like to have some Ted Coningsby retail therapy, then don't forget to visit our online store. There's new items added, and there will be quite a few this year, I think. It's going to be some of our t-shirts that are left over. They are going to be saying goodbye, so they'll be replaced with latest and greatest. A bit like an upgrade, you know, but not as annoying as a Windows upgrade when you're about to start work. I mean, come on. Just kidding.
Power 7010 line up. Power 7010 line up.
Alex Black Cat, take care, have a good one, enjoy. Some really weird light now going on here now. But I'm glad I've got a show going on today, because it was looking like it was looking emotional today. It really was at a whole beach.
About 54, Kite 2 traffic in northwest 8 miles per day, wake flight level 60, contact.
So those are F-35Bs of RAF Marham, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. Oh yeah, operated by 617 Squadron, who brought the first ever F-35B to the UK. That was 617 Dambusters Squadron, as probably many of you know. They don't really need much of introduction and history. 617, of course, formed at RAF Scampton as Squadron X. There was a second secret squadron called 618 Squadron, one up from 617. I know. Don't know if any of you know that one. 618 Squadron. They didn't even get a squadron badge. 618. They were going to be operating the Highball, another bouncing bomb, but a spherical one designed by Barnes Wallis again. And the idea was to use this to destroy the Tirpitz, the Highball bomb. So basically a spherical version of the bouncing bomb. Looks like a big giant snooker ball, but obviously made of metal. But that didn't really go ahead on that one. I know I went on a tangent there, but you know how it is. But yes, the F-35Bs were brought by 617 Dambusters Squadron. The first aircraft arrived 6th of June 2018. I know, right? And then of course next was 207 Squadron. They arrived at Marham in 2019, and their role is the operational conversion unit for both the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy. And then quite more recently, December 2023, 809 Naval Air Squadron arrived at Marham. I know, they stood up. Their nickname are the Immortals. You know how it is. So hopefully they're not going to be out too long. It's always nice to catch them. Hopefully it sounds like they're operating the block nearby here actually. I think that's them, high and dry, just above me. Just having a look above me, see if I can spot them. I mean, we had that last time, I think. They were just operating nearby, which was kind of cool. Yeah, 618. If you go to the Marham Aviation Heritage Centre, they've got like a section about 618 Squadron, which is quite interesting. Really cool. They've got some. They've actually got some archive videos of mosquitoes, and I think was it a Wellington? I don't want to say, but definitely they had a mosquito using the highball. I'm pretty sure they had one for it. Ginger Bailey, how you doing? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're well. Yeah, I think that's them just above me, actually. Trying to locate them is one thing, though, without breaking your neck. I mean, no one wants to do that.
Next going to be turn 1, looking for 9k defense insert. Roger. Now, the radar coverage, radar 77, take you
Yeah, they're not too far, so that is them high and dry. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. How we doing, ladies, gents and teddy bears? Hope we're all good. Let's have a little bit of Marham history, shall we? I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm liking this. Let's just pick something random. I'm going to pick this, and you know this. You know I love the Wellington bomber. It had a pretty good career in the Royal Air Force, and in 1938, actually, that is the year that it became operational. 1938, and that was at RAF Mildenhall. So the Wellington and the SR-71 have something in connection, because it was at RAF Mildenhall that the SR-71 was operating, in the UK that is, Detachment 4, and the Wellington bomber arrived. I know, pretty cool, isn't it? 99 Squadron, who operate the C-17 today. I know, pretty cool, isn't it? Really good. But for those that don't know, the Vickers Wellington bomber was actually one of two companies as such, one of two aircraft that was actually produced on the same specification, which was quite amazing. It was a B9/32, B9/32. It was the Handley Page that got the other contract, and that was developed into the Hampden. Now, the thing is, those are two very different looking aircraft with their own capabilities as well. But fun facts for you that don't know, the Vickers Wellington bomber was the the most produced bomber of the Royal Air Force. In fact, they made 11,461 of these. I think that may have done 11,462 with the exception of a particular prototype. It was made in 16 different main variants, and you know, it had a good reputation, really. It you know, there was, you know, it had a good reputation. That's all I can say for a twin engine bomber. But you'll notice these long X's that go around, and this is because a very, very clever design by Sir Barnes Wallis. If you have a look at the fence here, the lattice, Barnes Wallis developed what's called a geodetic airframe, like a lattice like that. So basically it was designed that way for easy assembly, although those in factories dispersed where they would make it in the factories weren't too sure. So Barnes Wallis provided each factory with diagrams and assembly diagrams of how to put it together. Just on that respect, anything beginning with a W of Vickers, because Barnes Wallis was a chief designer, anything with a W, so Vickers Warwick, Vickers Wellesley, they all had a geodetic airframe. Vickers Wellington, I know, how cool is that? So any Vickers aircraft with a W had a geodetic airframe. It could take a lot of battle damage, it was easy to repair, and there is a whole complete Wellington. Of all the 11,461 or so, there is one fully complete, non-flying, fully complete, and that's at Brooklands. There are some sections dotted about, one nearly complete, almost complete at Cosford. There are sections dotted about at several heritage centres. I think I came across one in, is it Moravia? And there's sections here at Marham Aviation Heritage Centre as well. So there we go. And you know, the B9/32 was really a great Air Ministry specification, because it was a bridge to have 1,000 horsepower more, and you know, more powerful engines. It said goodbye to the 650 Kestrel, 650 horsepower Kestrel engines, and that was the whole point. But this started with the Pegasus, but better models went on, like Mark 3s and onwards. They introduced Mark 4. I can't remember, I think the Mark 2 had the Mark II Wellingtons had the Merlin engines, I believe, Rolls-Royce Merlin, but this was the start. It, you know, it had 235 miles per hour with a range of, it had a really good range, and that was a good thing about the Wellington. It had a range of over 2,500 miles, service ceiling of 18,000. That went up to about 20,000 with upgraded engines, especially the Bristol Hercules, and more speed, up to about 245 miles per hour, I believe. Bombs, it could take about 4,500 pounds, so a little bit more by 500 pounds than its rival, the Handley Page Hampden. You see, this was an icon in this part of the country. Ely, Cambridgeshire, Norfolk, you know, Suffolk, all round here, it had a real, you know, it's an icon. You go to Ely Cathedral, you'll see this in the stained glass windows. You'll go to village signs, you'll see this painted on. You know, and various other churches had the Wellington painted on the stained glass windows. However, if you go to Lincolnshire, however, then it's the Hampden that thrived there. That was the icon over there, and it makes sense because it was indeed Scampton 49 Squadron that were operating it first, and then followed by AT3. So it had a bit of a pretty good reputation. It had a crew of 5 or even 6. It could even take some guns, 2 in the nose, 2 in the tail, and 2 waist gun positions were also added as well. But one thing I haven't mentioned for a very, 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 very long time, because something happened in October of 1943. This was a world record breaker. I know, this was indeed a world record breaker, because there was a world record set in America, 48 hours to assemble and then fly a bomber. Well, Vickers Armstrong's factory at Broughton in North Wales, well, they thought, shall we try and beat this? Bit of a propaganda thing going on here. But ladies and gents, teddy bears, it was LN 514 was the serial number. And I've seen a video on this, and it's actually quite amazing. it had women that were dressed to the nines coming back from a party at 1 in the morning. There were people working round the clock to beat the world record of 48 hours. They said they can do it in 30. Well, they did it in a little bit less than that. I know, they did. And they beat the world record. And LN 514 was being put together overnight. And it's quite remarkable because everyone worked round the clock to put this thing. They contacted the pilot, said, yeah, 30 hours from now, get here now to Broughton. The thing is, they did this in 23 hours 50 minutes. I even seen a video of one of the crew just doing, I don't know what he was doing, he was polishing about here, he was on the top as this was being towed out, and I think one of the hours was used in engine testing as well. So in 24 hours this was assembled and flown. That's impressive. In fact, they were making these about, do you know, I can't remember, was it 28 a week? I can't remember the rate in which, I used to remember how many they would make a week of Wellingtons. I'm trying to think, about 28 a week I think it was. I have actually forgotten how many they would make a week. Was it 28 a week at a rate? I'll have to find out. I'm gonna have to go to my little book, my Wellington book, and I forgot the number, but they made these at a rate, amazing rate. I'm gonna have a look. Oh yeah, according to my book, 28 a week. Yep, I was right. There we go. I'm not going totally crazy. Pretty cool, isn't it? So, operating with here 38 Squadron, 115 and 218 Squadrons. By the way, I may have forgotten to tell you which squadrons were operating the Wellington here. Had a great name. There are in the vicinity, especially near the town of March, actually near the prison, I think there is a crash site where one sadly crashed. There are quite a few Wellington bomber crash sites. We've even done one as well. Ginger Bailey, how you doing? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're well. Yeah, so apologies for not, well, I was at Hull Beach. Members were treated to a funny video that I made in the morning at Hull Beach when I got there. See, do you see what I mean? Things happen for a reason. If I didn't go to Hull Beach, that video wouldn't have existed. Yeah, so that airframe is the geodetic airframe. It does have two names. You may hear geodesic. It's not me going mental. It's a Barnes Wallis thing. He labelled it as a geodetic. So if you hear both or see it both, it's fine. Both are accepted. Hope we're all good, ladies, gents and teddy bears. Yes, a remarkable video. If you ever come across that, LN 514, if you ever put that on there, of that world record breaking. I don't think it was lost in combat, LN 514. So yeah, I don't think it was, I'm pretty sure it survived the war. I don't think it was I'm just trying to think. LN514. I don't recall it having an issue, as in been destroyed. I wonder where it is. Where is it? Does anyone know where it is? I believe it did serve with an OTU. I think it was actually. Do you know what? I've got a funny feeling it was actually at Kinloss, with 19 OTU. I'm pretty sure this rings a bell because I was looking at the history at Kinloss not long ago after Margot's landing there, because there was no lights at Kinloss where we had to go. But yeah, I don't think it was lost. I think it was most likely scrapped or something. Luke, no, I don't build them. No, I used to when I do get time, but no, I source them through various Jeff at AGR as well. I got Jay from Rolls-Royce, heritage centres, museums, you know, or just good old eBay. Just buy them in whatever state because they're going to get a little bit of battle damage on the show. Right, I'm just going to go and get another cup of tea. I'll be right back. Oh, it's been all right today, really. If we get 2 more vertical landings, that'll be good, wouldn't it? Got a bit of a really horrible haze. I'll tell you what is nice. The weather's gone nice now, which is quite nice. I was preparing myself for the worst, which you should in a way. Actually, let's have some water in me water. Don't taste like what it oughta, innit? Good old Jim Bowen, innit? Oh man, the legend. Used to remind me of Frank Butcher, that guy. Yeah, so for those that don't know, the Wellington that was here was eventually replaced by the Sterling. How we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? Hope we're all good and well. What's going on? How we doing? God, that hate. Oh, look at this guy. Hang on a minute. I said, you just stay there, mate. Hello. I don't know what they eat round here, man. They are massuave. Now, massuave is a very posh way of saying massive. It's the massuave. That was a big one, wasn't it? Just going to see if I can locate them high and dry. If I can, it should be all good. Sounds like a curlew, doesn't it? Lots of you putting in the same sort of catchphrase there. Here today, gone tomorrow. Well, they're obviously above the above those clouds that I've got above me. Otherwise, I'd get them for you. As soon as I've got eyeball, I'll pop one on for you. It's a good tune, that F-35B. It's really good. Just the F-35Bs are stationed here. So at least they're not too far. They are high and dry, so that's good. So the chances of, well, unless they go out for a refuel, then we're in trouble. Well, not really, we'll just have to wait 10 years, but it's all good. It is all good. They do what they got to do. They're doing their job. That's it. And it is quite amazing when you think about it, you know, when you combine that aggressive Typhoon FGR4, you know, and marry that up with a Lockheed Martin F-35B, you've got a good combo there. Absolutely brilliant. You know, operating on a carrier if you want, small landing pads, whatever you want, and then you've got the Typhoon doing its thing. You've got a really good combination. Really good. I don't think they're that long now till they come back, so get ready. Yeah, they're... Okay, back already, here we go. Got a low brake, I think. I just said, let's go. Here we go, get ready. Sounds good. I swear the wind's just moved. You know what I did, didn't you? I was looking over the wrong runway. That'll be why, but hey, no worries. Oh, hello. How you going? Might be a straight in. Might be a straight in. Well, we did get 2 vertical landings earlier today. Well, that was a good bit of fun, wasn't it? And considering there wasn't gonna, I don't think there's been anything at Hull Beach, looking at it, to be honest. So that could have been emotional, couldn't it? At least we got you something today, innit? It's nice to have a bit of, well, mind you, vertical landings, you're not gonna, well, F-35 vertical landings, you know, where are you gonna get them, eh? Well, in the UK. Well, there we go. Ted, you right, mate? Yeah, I know, mate. It's been pretty good, hasn't it, today? Gary Inge, thank you so much for the super. Guards march to you. Ginger Bailey, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for the super, Ginger Bailey. Guards march to you, man. Thank you so much. High five there. Boots 99 UK, thanks a lot for the super. Hi, Nikos, oi oi, from Ian and Sue. Oi oi. Thanks a lot to you too. Alan Q, thanks a lot for your super. Gary Inge celebrating 7 months of membership. Great channel, thank you very much. Diesel Dan with 11 months membership with a roundel and a typhoon emoji. Jacques Rails and Runways, a high five and a paw pump. Thank you so much for gifting 5 Ted Coningsby memberships. That's awesome. Guards march to you. Thank you for making 5 new Ted Coningsby members. Also, Karen Howard, member for 30 months, who says loving the streams and Lost Airfield series. Thank you very much. And if you remember, there was a little preview of what I got up to yesterday, and a big thank you to all our members for that. Well, Team Marham. Well, thanks a lot to Team Marham. Thank you very much, and hope you've all enjoyed as well today. And wow, thank goodness I managed to get something for you, because it was a bit one of those, literally a touch and go moment for me. It's like, make the decision now, and you know, in the nick of time as well, which was pretty good. So Marham, thank you very much. RAF Marham, all roles, everyone on the base there, thank you very much. And to the guys we met today as well, quite a few today, wasn't it? It's pretty cool. They were great. Keep up the good work, everyone, and thank you very much. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. So tomorrow, I have no idea, because it doesn't look good anywhere in the UK tomorrow. So we'll see. Probably a no. Sadly, I will have a look at it when I get back. I'll have Sunday and and just check, but it doesn't look good. Wednesday's nice, bright, blue skies, but goodness me, it's probably no beret day. Thursday, I haven't even bothered looking, and Friday, well, we'll just go to our usual show at Lakenheath, right? But so watch this space, but there could be, I'll keep you posted in our members, I'll keep you posted on Discord for that, whether it's an NS or SO, so we'll have to find out, see what it is, see what's going down. But we'll have a look, we'll do something, I think. Ted, what do you reckon? We're not sure. Ted wants his salmon. All right, well, we're going to go then, Ted. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed it. My name's Nikos. I've been your cameraman, historian and commentator. This is Squadron Leader Ted Coningsby. You've been watching the Ted Coningsby channel live here at RAF Marham. So for the last time for today, it is see you soon, wish you well. All right, hit the button, Ted. Let's go, mate. The wind's coming in on cue. I know, terrible, isn't it? Oh yeah, ladies, sheds and teddy bears, welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel membership. I'm Nikos, I'm your cameraman and commentator. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Just want to say a massive thank you to all our members. Guns up, and oh yeah. Take it away, Ted. Ladies, sheds and teddy bears, we want to say a massive thank you to all of our subscribers for getting us to where we are today. We have gone all over the country, from as far as Lossiemouth to Bryce Norton, and military areas such as air weapons ranges, low flying areas, heritage centres and special flights for TED 2. We cannot do this without your support, and your support will be rewarded. You can now join the Ted Coningsby Squadron and help fund the channel to get us around the country and provide us with the funds for equipment to bring you better content too. We have 3 levels of membership to suit everyone. With your membership, you'll get access to members only videos, photos, posts, unlock special Ted Coningsby YouTube emojis and loyalty badges, as well as being able to access our exclusive members only Discord server. All membership levels reward you with discounts to our online store. Our top level fighter squadron was inspired by many of our fans who supported the channel massively. This is more of a personal experience with me and Ted, giving you exclusive live streams and content from behind the scenes photos, special info and updates, as well as a free Ted Coningsby Fighter Squadron patch for joining. Whichever membership level suits you, we want to say a massive thank you for choosing to join the Ted Coningsby Squadron. Ah, yeah.